What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. Welcome to the August 12th breakdown of my best bets for Major League Baseball. We're going to have 5 best bets today, all right? And I do want to share with you guys a little bit about what's going on. I just recorded this video and my microphone was not plugged in. So shout out to me. Monday screw up, and it was a 20-minute video where I think, your first take sometimes always is the best. So apologies. Hopefully you guys all stick around till the end of this video. I hate re-recording twice, but if I don't really say anything, you guys would never know. But just kind of feel stupid right now. So I wanted to share with you guys that this is take 2. But let's get into the picks. I'm going to break down what we did yesterday. I have 5 best bets, like I said. I like this card, so I will tell you guys where my head's at. It is a little bit of a shorter slate, but we will get down into each and every game. And also, I want to tell you guys a little bit about what's coming about within the channel. First wave of announcements. I will be in Toronto for this week for a conference, a little crypto conference. It's going to be fun. We're going to be on a yacht one of the nights, poker tournament. So looking to have some fun up there. Never really been to Canada for fun. So shout out to Toronto. Here it's a great time. And let's get into that. So apologies in advance if the videos are a little bit off the cuff. We will have content every single day. Consistency is key. And what I want to share with you, though, is it may not be in the office, may not be the whole production like I do on a normal basis, but we will have content every single day. So you're going to want to make sure you turn on that notification bell and subscribe down below so you never miss a beat. Also, a couple other announcements. The handle for my Twitter account is in the bottom left of your screen. Make sure you guys all go over there and sign up because I am going to be posting there more frequently. We have a lot of followers, up to 400 almost. Really trying to get that to about 1,000 before football season kicks off, because that's a little bit more of a a focus, right? It's a little bit of a slower pace, so I am more active in different areas for different seasons. Okay. Also, if you do want to give back to the channel, you want to get some exclusive perks, become a channel member today. Links down below in the description, and also in those links you will find a couple of the partners that we have within oddsjam. And the last exciting announcement is we will be starting to do prop videos. Yes, football season, that is one of my focuses within that betting season, and I am going to kick it into high gear. I have sponsored with Outlier, and that is one of the craziest things I've ever seen because of the in-depth nature of what they make available and what you can find. It really just, from a research perspective, just saves you a lot of time too. And time for me is obviously probably, between doing this YouTube stuff, betting on a normal basis, all the work that gets put in, as well as some of my other endeavors that I do on the side, even outside of my normal job, I really need about 6 more hours of the day, and that's something that I've really picked up on. I thought my life was crazy. Couple kids, couple jobs, and boom, just always grinding. So that's what we're at. Like I said, it's going to be exciting. I am actually going to make my first Outlier video where we're going to break down all of the MLB props. So that video will be posted probably around 11 o'clock Eastern, maybe a little bit earlier. I was starting to hit record, and then I realized that the video that I just uploaded to YouTube was lacking sound. So here we are. This is take 2, and let's get into the picks. All right. Recap from yesterday. It was a bad day, 0-3. We were due for a little bit of a pullback, correction, if you will. We were running really hot, even from Wednesday or Thursday, just continuing to rake in the units. So that's why I only made 3 best bets yesterday. Didn't love the card. Didn't force the picks either. Just was trying to go 2-1. And get out of there with a profitable day. But we didn't get it. So back at it again. Like I said, I have 5 best bets. And actually, if you guys are watching during this video, I will have a bonus best bet thrown in there that I won't have on the final play screen at the end of this video. So that's one where you're going to make sure you watch this and stick around, because it is actually probably my favorite bet of the day. If not, this is 1A, 1B. So let's get into it. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe, and let's get into the Odds Jam. All right. And if you haven't signed up for Odds Jam, that's another great sponsor. 35% off your first month or annual plan. Truly makes the best bet possible, right? It finds you the best number. And if you do bet more traditionally, this is a very, very great platform that I use for every one of my bets. It's truly invaluable tool when you're placing bets. There's no scrambling. It just saves you money. And if you're going to bet baseball over the course of a 162 game season, you can't afford to pay more than you should in juice for any given bet. So let's get into game one. That's where we'll have Cardinals Reds. I am going to kind of breeze through the ones that I don't have official plays in. I do have a tendency to just keep talking baseball, but nonetheless, we are going to just give you guys my best bets, and then I will break down each and every game in some form or fashion. Okay, Reds, Andrew Abbott, Sonny Gray. Usually we're on the Sonny Gray fade train. This is something where both of these teams come in about 500. Divisional game. I could see this one going either way. I do favor in some way the over in this spot, minus 135, but I'm not willing to lay that juice. That's why I did not make my card, but I do lean towards taking the over in Reds Cardinals. That's a very strong lean. Okay, just not a price that I'm willing to pay at $1.35. Cubs Guardians. This is a great interleague rematch of the 2000. I think it was 16 or 17, the World Series, and probably get to relive the memory of probably my favorite baseball moment as an Indians fan. Outside of Lindor's blast against the Yankees, or maybe even the Locust game. That was pretty fun, too, back then. But Rajai Davis taking Aroldis Chapman deep. Thought the Indians had the World Series, and then Ben Zobrist obviously ended that dream and fulfilled the dream of a lot of Cubs fans that have been cursed. Pretty much now, I think the Indians are kind of rivaling. That's just a tough word to pronounce. Forget that. Have another drink of coffee. Cheers. Anyways, so the Guardians are giving the Cubs a run for their money for that World Series drought. That's what I was getting at. Anyways, so that's kind of the game we got going. Shota and Menenga going against the Ben Lively-led Guardians. All right, I do look in this spot. I think that this is something where Cleveland hasn't faced Menenga. I don't trust the Cubs lineup. I don't trust their bullpen, and I won't bet against Cleveland at home. So that's kind of where we're 3 strikes. We're not betting this game, but if I did have a play, it probably would be taken Menenga in some form of pitcher outs and or first 5 under. That's probably a little juicy, but this total is set at 7.5. Some places have it 8.5, but staying away from this game. And like I said, I would attack it from a Cubs pitching perspective. Okay. But staying away from the side or total. And then we will get into the first official play. This will be Houston and Tampa Bay. I love Houston in this game. They've collectively been on fire, scoring a lot of runs in recent matchups. And one of the best future bets I think that we made earlier on in the season was taking Houston to make the playoffs. It was a number for a reason, right? Winning their last 5 games. They've been on a tear. They weren't going to stay suppressed for long. One of the best lineups in baseball. Still lacking Kyle Tucker, mind you. And now we're just looking for that revitalization of their starting rotation. And that's kind of what we're seeing in a wide open playoff race. Framber Valdez on the bump again, looking to avenge his no-no that got ruined by, I believe it was Corey Seager and the Texas Rangers over his last start. Going against Taj Bradley, and in this matchup, it's a great price. Okay, it's a great price. Taking Houston minus 120 is what I locked in. It's the betting splits back it up as well. And now we look at Taj Bradley. He's been very inconsistent. He's given up a lot of earned runs as of lately. Back-to-back losses, and I do think that the Astros do prevail on the road. This is probably my favorite bet of the night. All right, outside of the bonus play that I'm going to sprinkle in there. Okay, and then we can hit up the Rangers-Red Sox. This is a very interesting game. The Red Sox had to throw a position player out there for about a couple innings over the weekend. Their bullpen is taxed. I don't like taking the Rangers on the road. Brian Bayo is going to have to kind of carry the weight of that rotation and bullpen, I think, today in this game. So we're going to look at it from a player prop perspective. We are going over Brian Bayo in his outs. I took it at 16.5 minus 110. So we need him to basically go 17 outs is what we need. So that will come down to 5 full innings and 2 outs. So he doesn't have to go full 6 innings, which is obviously very key. So we need him to go 5.2 here and get a nice quality start. Maybe they get the win, maybe they don't, but I still think they ride him a little bit longer. And that's kind of what we look for when we attack pitcher player outs as a prop. So that will be my second official bet. If you guys want to juice it up a little bit, get some plus money, you could take the 17.5 outs as well. at plus money if you think he can go 6 complete. But I will tell you that I have lost these bets quite often just by one out, lost or won, I should say. It really does kind of have a very nice median kind of number within these pitcher player outs. Okay. Also, I do want to add on that just one last thing. Within the Red Sox, I make this player out bet. All right, and it's not necessarily something where I think that they're going to win the game. So some people think if your pitcher goes 5-6 innings, you're going to win no matter what. Quality start, but conversely, I think that this is something where he's going to play up to the competition a little bit. Tyler Mahle's been pretty fantastic, 1.8 ERA and just limited work out there. And Bayo's, he's Jekyll and Hyde. You just never know what you're going to get. And even I think if he gets tattered around a little bit, I think that he can have one, maybe 1.5 bad innings, and we still cash this bet. But it's just a play on the value, right? They don't really have any arms, and I think they're just going to ride them 6 innings. Kind of where I'm at in this bet. Okay, Kansas City and Twins. Brady Singer, Pablo Lopez. This is a bet where you would obviously favor the under. Minus 113 at an 8.5. That's the best number available. Pablo Lopez, 144 Ks on the season, going against Brady Singer, 121. Very sneaky little righty-on-righty matchup on the bump. If I had to give you guys a lean, it would be towards the Twins in the under, but I'm not going to discredit either one of these teams because they could just score 8 runs out of nowhere on either side. So I don't really like any side or bet total, whatever. So I crossed this game off. I'm not going to play it. All right, and then my third official bet that we will be making, we are fading Clayton Kershaw once again until that breaks. 0-2 on the season. It's not the Cy Young matchup that we are used to seeing. Freddie Peralta, 155 Ks, so shout out to him, but he can give up some runs, and I am back on the Dodgers bandwagon. I firmly like what they've been doing from an offensive standpoint, and now we can find a little bit of a magic number here, 7.5. Okay, 7.5. Minus 126 is what I bet. Actually, I got this at minus 123. I apologize, but that is where we will have an official bet within that Dodgers matchup. Over 7.5, I think that they're going to get at least 4, and I do think the Brewers can scratch a few against Kershaw, so hopefully the number lands on 8 or more, and we end up cashing that. I think this is a jersey bet, and when I say jersey bet, a lot of times public bettors will look at the names on the back of the jersey, they'll look at the box score, they'll see, Kershaw, Freddie Peralta, oh my gosh, it's going to be a 2-1 game. Not so fast. Okay, we're going to go opposite, go with the over, and that's where I'm at within this game. Also, I do want to share with you guys one little tidbit about that last official play with the Bayo number. I do foresee that moving. I do think that the juice is going to hit the over on those outs very, very quickly, probably by noon Eastern. I think that you're going to see a lot of movement, and that thing might close closer to minus 120, minus 130 range. Okay. Yankees, White Sox. All right, Luis Hill and the Chicago White Sox. Right here, we have a very good spot where we've called it over the weekend. We took the White Sox. Now we're in this public fade mode where the books have to make them 2.5 at plus money. And right now today you can get plus 110, 2.5 out there in the market. Not going to get behind it. I know it's probably a Yankees run line bet lock, but minus 175. It's not a number that I'm going to lay. And just quite frankly, as much as I love the Yankees just to stomp Kai Busch in this matchup, I just can't get down with laying that much juice. Just something within baseball betting. Doesn't really matter who's playing. If you just play the market, you play the value. Plus 276 money line for Chicago would be the play, and plus 2.5 run line at plus 110. Those are the plays, okay? So whether or not you're willing to bet them, take the shitty team, that's on you. I'm not touching it. But just from a kind of EV standpoint, a grinded out standpoint, more times than not, you take plus 2.5 in baseball, they're going to cash more times than they don't. Okay. So then we do have a few more games to talk about to be precise, Toronto and the Angels. For me, this is another surefire over. I'm not going to bet it. The number has moved from 8.5 to 9. Bowden Francis and Davis Daniel. It is what it is, guys. Toronto's been hitting the ball. Can't really tell you why. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. not protected in that lineup. The lineup can be sluggish. For me, I see this being over. Now that it's at 9, it's unbettable for me. But I do see that we do have some movement, and I do like for either one of these teams, despite historically how bad their trends are for scoring. Blue Jays have been hitting the baseball, so I do see the potential for either one of these teams to score maybe 6 runs themselves. So I do favor the over in this matchup. All right. Pirates Padres. That's another game where we will have an official play. This is actually where we're going to have that bonus play that I'm going to sprinkle in for you guys. No pitcher named yet for the Pirates, but we have Joe Musgrove making his return against his former club. And in this matchup, I do like the Padres, and we're going to hedge a little bit, take a little insurance money. -1 on the run line at $1.18. That's where we're going to take the Padres. They've been absolutely on fire. And I think they've scored like 34 runs or something in their last 5 games. So shout out to the Padres. 66-53 on the season. So furthering their case for the postseason, for that postseason bid. And also, I do want to share that the bonus play, not just the official play of the -1 Padres run line, we will be taking Padres over 4.5 at a plus price, I believe. It might actually be closer now to, it might not be plus anymore. Let's actually pull it up. All right, so this is one of the great things about OddsJam, why you guys should all be using it. Okay, so you just go right into the market, click your game, and you can find here team total, okay? So we go to team total. Boom, pulls it up real quick, and yes, like I said, plus money. So plus 105. I'm going to bet this right now after I get off stream. Over 4.5 with the Padres team total. I won't have this on the final plays just because I know there's a lot of people that just skip to the end and like, you know. So what I'm going to start doing is putting probably one of my top 2 best bets within, you know, my perspective. I'm going to sprinkle them in kind of nonchalantly within the video, just so, you know, we get those, you know, we get the screen jumpers that just go to the end that they're, you know, they're hold and serve. So I just want to make sure that, you know, we keep things 100 here on the channel. And that's kind of where I'm at. So Padres over team total 4.5. Like I said, scoring 34 runs in their last 5 games. I believe that's what it is. Forgive me, I kind of memorize all this stuff. And I really like that. So that's kind of where I'm at, especially if the Pirates do some kind of staff day or just roll out some, you know, AAA guy. I don't know who exactly is pitching, and quite frankly, I don't care because the Padres have been unstoppable. Okay, now we have 2 more games to talk about. This is Rockies D-backs, Cal Quantrill, Brandon Pfaadt. This will be a lean to the over, 8.5 at plus 103. And Ketel Marte coming back for the Diamondbacks, so I do like the Diamondbacks -1.5 at plus 102. Just not going to lay it. We got enough good bets out there that we don't need to bet everything on the board. So those are my 2 strong leans in that game. All right, Braves and Giants is the final game and the final official play. This was a perennial Cy Young matchup if we were a couple years ago, if we turn back the clocks. But now we have Chris Sale and Blake Snell. I do like this game to go under the first 5. We did take it at a big, juicy number, so we got that half run. We're taking the under 4, first 5 at -156. I know I'm laying a lot, but it gives us some insurance. 3.5 is a little low. You know, one swing of the bat you could put over that total. But Blake Snell has been pitching very, very well since returning from injury. Chris Sale probably going to win the Cy Young. We called that at about 8-1 a long, long time ago when everybody was all, you know, hot and bothered by Paul Skeens, and the inning counts, you know, were going to be too hard for him to reach. So that posed a little bit of a value with some of the other guys, and the Phillies guy kind of dropped off the board as well. So for all you Cy Young bettors out there with Chris Sale in the futures market, shout out to you, because I think that's going to be a ticket that cashes. Okay, so that's kind of what we're at. Appreciate you guys. Here is the quick recap. Like I said, we'll get into the final plays. And I did sprinkle in that bonus play for you guys midstream, so hopefully you saw that. Also, make sure you guys subscribe down below. Smash that like button. And if you haven't done so, the handle for my Twitter is in the bottom left. So you have Twitter, Discord, both platforms you guys should all be following me on. That way, if I do post anything on there, you don't miss a beat. Turn on that notification bell here on YouTube. And I appreciate you guys and all my channel members very, very truly do. And like I said, I'll be in Toronto this till Thursday. So the content it'll be there. It'll just be in a different form. We won't be in the office. We'll be just kind of remote. So maybe I'll show you guys a little glimpse of the city. I know I got a lot of Canadians on the channel, so thank you guys for some help with, my travel. I've never been to Canada, so I'm looking forward to it. I was there for a fishing trip, but I didn't actually get to go explore a city. So, like I said, it's got some fun events planned. So, looking forward to a good time and a much needed reprieve from the day-to-day stresses. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.